All right, here we are again. It's been over a full year, I think, since the original 1 hour yapping session came out. But in honor of Truck Week, which if you haven't seen that video and are interested, you can go check it out afterwards. But basically, this week I will be posting daily uploads, different content every single day to see what works. Obviously, I know what does the best. Or I know what in the past has done the best, at least in a couple of instances, and which is the 1 hour yapping session. Now, funnily enough, people in the comments would always request more, but the original did so much better than all the other. It wasn't even close. Like, everybody was asking, oh, can you do another one? Oh, can you do another one? I did 5, and none of them even got close to the original. Like, it was insane. So, I'm hoping it's been long enough. I can start fresh. I like doing this when I, don't have to record it 3 separate times because my mic cuts out halfway through the footage every time, or just doesn't start recording the footage at all. In terms of audio, that happened, I believe, the first time I was making my 1 hour yapping session. I had to record it, I think, 3 separate times because the audio did not record. It did not capture any audio from the footage. So, yeah, I had to do that a couple times. That wasn't super fun, but, it ended up being my most viral, my most popular video. That's not a YouTube short because I don't count the YouTube shorts. That's separate, low effort, whatever. And yeah, that was my most popular video. It's like at 61,000 views as of the last time I've checked it. And the reason I'm here doing this again is, one, because people keep asking me to make more, which I bet half those people haven't seen the whole saga, the sequels, the prequels, episodes 1 through 5, so I guess this is technically episode 6, but I think we're just starting over, brand new season 2 on this one. Brand new season 2, just clean slate. It's been long enough. We'll title it as its own unique yapping session. Boom, here it is. So once you're finished with this and you want more and you don't want to have to wait, there are other episodes. If you've seen the original and you're watching this one and you haven't seen the other ones, go check those out if that's the content that you're looking for. But speaking of content that you're looking for, that's kind of the whole purpose of Truck Week here, is we're going to try out different things. It's been long enough. We're going to try a couple different styles of content, different style every day, different topic, different content, different style of video every single day for this week. And then we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what videos do well, what you guys like, suggestions. So, make sure, comment down below in the comment section this week. Keep me updated with that. But yeah, that's basically the premise of it. And here we are. I say this is the intro to the yap session, but this is kind of how the style of the whole thing goes. If you're new here, we literally just sit and talk for an hour. So whether you want to use it when you're studying, doing homework, trying to go to sleep, watching YouTube while eating, just anything, you can use it for anything, then that's what we're here for. So we're just going to talk, and I figured this is a great chance to get you guys caught up with where I'm at in life, what I've been up to, what I'm planning to do, and then kind of just go from there. So that was kind of the intro, and now let's get into just kind of what the plans are and why I kind of stepped away for a while. So I've been at YouTube for about 5 years now, and the problem always has been is that I never really found success. I had the 1 hour yapping session, but I never could really grapple onto. I got the 1 hour yapping session, it did well, it got good views, and I did it again because people wanted it, and it didn't do well. I did it again because people wanted it, it didn't do well. I did it again because people wanted it, it didn't do well. And then the cycle continued. I could never find something consistent. I could never find any sort of consistency. Sometimes I would have a video that did okay, but it wasn't even enough to pay the bill, so it wasn't worth doing. And it's not like I'm not going to be like one of those people where it's like, oh, well, I'm not doing this if it's not making me extravagant amounts of money. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't have done this for 5 years with no pay if I really didn't enjoy it. But the issue was I'm starting to get a little older. I'm an adult now. And it's a little bit different when you're a kid with no responsibilities versus an adult. And when you're an adult, sometimes it's kind of hard to rationalize spending 6 to 8 hours a day making YouTube videos when you're not even making close to minimum wage. It's not even close. It's like dollars on the hour, if even up to $1 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad. It's not getting me anywhere. It wasn't doing me anything. I'm pretty sure on the video where I gave away $1, I think I lost money on that video. So it's just bad news. It was just all passion, all hobby, all passion project, all that, just to keep you guys happy. I like seeing the comments. I like seeing the response, the likes, just anything like that, right? But it gets to a point where it's like, well, I can't rationalize spending the time on that, so I couldn't, and that's what I did. And then also, I kind of went over this more. I'm just going to kind of skim over this part. I'm talking about it a little bit just to kind of fill in time, but it's more in my Truck Week announcement video, which was should have been posted yesterday, as of the time that you're watching this. That should go over everything as to why I left. So if you want to go check that out afterwards, that is on my channel. It should be the most recent video I posted. It's the Truck Week Where I've Been announcement video. Anyways, that's kind of why I stepped away. So that'll all explain it there. But yeah, it just really wasn't worth it. Long story short, couldn't find time, too busy. But speaking of that, why was I busy? Well, I'm in college. So, lots of classes. I'm majoring in business currently. So I know a lot of you people out there will be like, oh, he's a business major. Not that hard. He shouldn't have a lot to do. It was actually much more challenging than I expected. There were definitely classes and moments where I was like, okay, yeah, no, this fits. But there were lots of classes, especially like business calculus, which is literally just calculus. Calculus isn't easy for anybody. Stupid business major here, sure, whatever. You can say what you want, but calculus isn't easy. And you might be really good at math. You might think it's pretty simple, but it's not. It was very challenging for me. And then a couple other classes like that. And there were the free rides, there were the freebies, the easy ones, but there were quite a few that were very, very difficult and took up a lot of time. And just being involved in fraternity life, being involved in hanging out with friends, and working and stuff like that, it takes a lot of time away, and you can't really rationalize doing this, which sucked because I always liked doing this. I've been doing it for so long. It felt weird not being able to do it, having a roommate in the room, not being able to film YouTube videos, and being too busy to spend the hours editing. It was weird because it's the first time really in my adolescent life that I hadn't been doing it, and I did miss it. Especially, coming off of the TikTok hot streak or whatever and moving on to this expecting the same sort of success, and it just didn't happen. It never came. And so I figured, my whole thing was I was never going to throw in the towel because I knew from everybody I'd watched, motivational speakers, all that, it's like, oh, just keep going, you will find success, you just have to keep going. But it's been 5 years. I haven't even gotten halfway to the goal of 10,000 subscribers yet. So I figured, none of these conditions really match up. It's time to throw in the towel. Unfortunately, as much as I hated doing it, there really wasn't any sustainability to it. It was just a waste of time, and that was that. But as I kind of mentioned in my Truck Week announcement video, and the reason why I left and came back, there were comments. There are comments I'm still reading. That people were being like, are you okay, bro? Or where you been? If you're one of those people, shout out to you. And just reading, I went back the other day, and I think what really changed my mind is I looked because I hadn't cashed out any of my earnings. I didn't think it was substantial enough to bother, but I had reached the threshold to cash out or whatever, and I was like, you know what? Well, we'll go ahead and cash out. There's no reason to just let YouTube keep all this money. At least can go buy me something nice with it. I might as well just take it. I worked 5 years for it. Might as well grab it. And so, after dealing with that for forever, which, that's a whole story on its own because I signed up for the AdSense account that's attached to the YouTube under my dad because I wasn't an adult yet, and so transferring that over, I had to make a new one, blah, 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 blah. Long chat with YouTube help support, which YouTube support is fantastic, by the way, just phenomenal. Solved the issue. Wasn't able to do it exactly how I wanted to, but that wasn't their problem. That was just YouTube's functionality and security methods. So shout out to them for real. Shout out Rika for helping me with that. It was a good hour it took to get everything all swapped over and fixed and safe and secured, which I know why they do that is for security reasons, because you obviously don't want that easy to breach or really possible to breach at all. So because you got people pulling in millions of dollars on there. So yeah, I'm glad that got all sorted. So now I'm like, okay, I got a new AdSense account, and I was like, you know what, that's just time to call it quits. But I was looking and I'm like, I'm still making some dollars, and I was like, I haven't posted in 6 or 7 months. Maybe 8 months, maybe it's getting close to a year. I know it's not a year because I did post a couple times in the first semester of the school year before I was like, I can't rationalize this. But yeah, I looked and I was like, man, what's doing it? And I realized I was still getting views on that yapping session and a few other videos too, but mainly the yapping session. A lot of the shorts, which is hilarious. The shorts I posted 4 years ago with memes from 4 years ago are actually getting more views now than they did earlier. Absolutely insane. I think half of my money I've made on YouTube is from shorts, and I haven't posted a short in like 2 or 3 years. So absolutely insane on that front. But yeah, I was like, man, I'm still making money on this. And I was just looking at the analytics, and I'm like, it's still getting good views. It's up to 61,000 views. I last time I left off, it was at like 20,000, and that was my most popular video. I was so excited about it. I was so happy about it. And I tried to replicate that formula, you know, like I said, and I made it multiple times. It just didn't work. But that first one just was lightning in a bottle. And I just could never capture it again, no matter how hard I tried. And I tried everything around that, and it was just that one. But it did so well, and I was reading through the comments, and it's the comments that brought me back. It's you guys, it's the people, it's talking about how much that video had helped them, how much they enjoyed that video, how much they liked that video, all of that. And it was just genuinely people being super grateful that that video exists and that helped them in some way, shape, or form. And it really just, I don't. It just brought me back, and I was like, this is why I did this in the first place. And people were checking on me and asking where I'd been, and even on recent videos that were completely different style, people that just wanted my content or me or the personality, the face, the whatever it is, were asking about me. And so I was like, you know what? There are people out there. I'm going to give this another shot. I have the means to now. I have the time. I'm done with my stuff for the summer. I got a good month before school starts. Might as well just give it my all. And that's where I came up with Truck Week. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to hammer it. We're going to go Truck Week all the way, daily uploads for a week, see what works, try different stuff, one last attempt. Now, I will say, if this doesn't pan out, or at least just give me a shred of hope, like if it completely flops and I'm getting less than 100 views on each video, I still can't rationalize it. I'd be better off just working for another month and just going. But you know what? I have the means, I have the time, I have the capacity mentally to do so now. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well give it a shot. So I've got some videos lined up for the next week. One video a day for the next week. I've already got some of the thumbnails even printed. I'm trying to get this locked in. I believe I tried to do this before and failed. I'm not quite sure. I know I thought about it. I might have done it, to be honest. I used to daily upload, or at least get kind of close to daily uploading, but then I was not doing it very well, so I was like, nope. And it was just a lot of work for no payout. Again, that's kind of like the moral of the story here on YouTube. But in other words, I fixed the lighting. Does this not look a lot better? Does this not just look 10 times better? The sound as well. It's funny, in the other video I used my headset mic because I knew it was decent quality because I got a new headset. Old one broke. Well, I didn't break it. Oh no, I did break it. So this is the headset if you've been watching for a long time. I don't know if this was the headset that I had in the original Yapping video. I know I had it in my older YouTube videos because this was my lifelong headset. It lasted me forever, and then finally one day the girl I was dating at the time got up out of the chair while she was wearing it without taking it off, and it just yanked it out of the computer, and it actually broke one of the outlets on my computer and snapped the plug itself. So that headset was toast because there's nothing you can do about that. And then the next one, it was a really crappy headset, but I had it for forever, probably about the last year, and I literally put it on my head one day, and it just snapped. I mean, just clean snapped it. Put it on my head, snap. And I was like, okay. So I've been wearing it for the past 3 months, having it scotch taped together all summer, and at the end of the school year, it was literally scotch taped together, just snapped in half. So that was great. And finally I got tired of that. I'm going to go get a headset. And I was looking for headsets, and I found this one again. I'm like, it's $20 more than what I paid for it the first time. It used to be $50. Now it's a $70 headset. But man, it is still the best value on the market. So, shout out HyperX, Cloud Alpha. Not sponsored. Wish to be sponsored. Man, I could get you guys a lot of sales because this thing is truly great, and I would advocate for it. I hope they come back and give me $100 from the commissions from this video, but I'm being serious. And the mic quality is pretty solid, definitely for gaming. But for YouTube videos, when I kind of listened to it back, I was like, I kind of, for that hour-long video, want the highest quality. So, you know, I brought out the big bulky mic, which my desk isn't really big enough to support it, so that's why I don't keep it up here normally. So I just basically have to bring it out whenever I film a video. And the reason I hadn't had it in a long time is because, like I said, it's huge. It's a big mic, not like a boom mic, but it's, got the big mic stand. It's the Yeti Nano. It's got the filter on it, whatever. Well, I couldn't really fit it in my dorm room. Definitely couldn't fit it on my desk. Couldn't fit it anywhere in the dorm room. So it was kind of, and it would just be a pain to haul. It's just a pain to haul. So I just didn't bring it. I was like, I'm not gonna need it. I didn't end up needing it because I filmed like 3 or 4 videos. So it really didn't end up being that big a deal. But yeah, I have it here now, so hopefully the quality is better. I've already tested the mic because I've learned with these things you definitely need to test that the audio is working before you film it, even though sometimes in the original yapping session I did, and then whenever I went to upload the video there was no audio, and I literally tested it right before I hit record, and then I hit record and there was no audio. Like, I am shaking right now at the fact, I'm trembling at the fact that there might not be audio to this video when I go to listen to it. And then that might be like the sign that I'm just not meant to do this. Like, if I record this and there's no audio, it's raps, to be honest. I'm not doing this again. I've repeated these yapping sessions so many times. Like, my mouth is so dry afterwards. My face hurts from smiling and making expressions. It's just like, no, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Like, I don't know how many people actually watch like the video parts of this. Shout outs if you do. I mean, I don't really care either way. Like, if you're just listening to it, it really provides the same value because all I do is just sit here and like fidget. Sometimes I'll make facial expressions or drink water like right now because I desperately need it. Delicious. Not much of a soda person. Not only because I'm just not a big fan of the taste wise, but I'm like, nutritional wise, I've become more, nutritionally aware, and I just don't rock with soda. I don't hate anybody that drinks soda. I'm not like that kind of person, but I just personally, it's not worth it for me. Diet sodas maybe rarely, sometimes, just depending on the situation. Very, very rarely. Because I think a lot of the studies on aspartame and the artificial sweeteners are kind of baloney, and not that the research is fake, but some of the things are misleading because, really, I forgot what it is. I see videos on it now all the time. It's like the amount of aspartame that you would need to consume in a day to cause any sort of harm is like 140 cans or something. It's like something ridiculous. And it's like they tested all these things on rats, and it took like 300 cans to kill a rat or something. So it's like it's so far out, it's not really proven yet. We really don't know all the way, but I'm pretty sure we're pretty dang close. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a researcher, so I can't confirm any of these statements that I'm saying, so do not take any of my words as scientific fact. But in my personal opinion, if I'm ever going to drink a soda, it's gonna be a diet soda. So you will not catch me drinking any of those, because my theory is, it's okay to live life in moderation. I like a sweet treat every now and then, but I don't think it's worth it to waste 50 grams of sugar, double your daily allowance, on one can of soda. I'd rather have ice cream, I'd rather have a milkshake, I'd rather have a cookie. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste that on a soda. Water tastes fine. There are other drinks that you can drink. Tea, I'm a really big tea fan. Not sweet tea. Sweet tea's too much sugar. Again, I'm a classic tea drinker. I know where I'm from, Midwest, South area, that's a tragic, I forgot the word, felony or whatever to say that you don't like sweet tea. I don't know where I was going with that. Tragedy? That's not the right word. But anyways, it's not good. If you don't like sweet tea, you'll get clowned a lot. But I like unsweet tea. I like sweet tea. It's just not, again, whatever. I like unsweet tea better, to be honest. I think the flavor stands out more. I think the actual tea flavor is good. And I know people in Europe drink it like that. People in the North drink it like that. But in South, Midwest, South, all that, it's just sweet tea everywhere. They don't even, like North wouldn't even bat an eye. Like they don't have like a separate sweet tea and unsweet tea containers. In the South they do. So, and that's what I learned from some traveling. I learned that, and that's kind of funny. But it's good now because I just like unsweet tea. I used to like sweet tea, but then I kind of got used to it. if you drink enough of it, your taste buds get adapted to it, and you don't crave that sugar anymore. Because it's not that it tastes good; it's got sugar in it, so you like it. That's with a lot of things. I kind of have like a motto whenever I'm eating something unhealthy. It's like, is this worth the sugar? Like if somebody gives me a piece of cake and I'm eating it, and it's not bad, but it's just kind of dry. I won't eat it. I'll throw it away. And it's like, yeah, it's free, or you already paid for it. It's like, I won't finish it because my health is more important. I'm not gonna waste like bad nutritional value on something I don't enjoy. Like I will if I enjoy it, but if I'm not enjoying it, what actually am I gaining from this? I'm gaining nothing but like heart disease. So it's like, nah, I'm good. So yeah, that's what. And I got into the gym recently. That's one thing, which I had always kind of been into the gym. I'd say like freshman year of high school onwards, but I pretty much only did home workouts. I pretty much only did home workouts from like freshman to junior year, pretty inconsistently. I got to the point where I was doing it like once a day, like 5 days a week at home, just some stuff with some lighter weights and free weights and just kind of like push-ups, sit-ups, stuff like that, that you could do without like big machines or whatever. But senior year, I got going to an actual gym. Not really doing it too seriously, not going all the time, but going when I had the time. And then kind of we dropped our gym membership because nobody else in my family was using it, and so I just kind of went back to kind of doing light stuff at home. But it wasn't until I got to college when I had access to a free gym that I went and started really taking it seriously, going 5 days a week, going 6 days a week, going on an actual like routine schedule. Really helped. And then especially second semester, I got going with a couple of my buddies from my fraternity, and we started going pretty consistently. I mean, 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Usually we'd take the weekends off because we were out doing stuff. But we would go and go hard. We'd go just gym. We'd go gym. We'd work out. I got a lot stronger. And I think I've been making some progress, and it's made me happier. It's made me healthier. So it's a good thing to get into, and especially going with friends. It's something to do, something to hang out and do, even if there's not always something available. In that case, it was free, so free entertainment. It's great for your health. So I'm glad I got into it. I think it's a good thing for everybody to get into, no matter how old, how strong, what your situation is. I think the gym is always a good answer. So getting more into that health fitness thing, and so I think that's kind of changed. And I had kind of a low moment even when I was going to the gym. I was just getting fast food all the time, and it really took an impact on your health, and it will take an impact on your health. To get a little personal here, I had just like a really bad moment where I just it was affecting my gut so bad. It was like, because there's a connection between your gut and mind, and my food situation, I will say, as I enjoyed the college experience, I did not like the food situation very much. The dining hall was terrible, and there weren't enough on-campus options that really were good. It's like, yeah, I could get a bagel sandwich from Einstein's. Shout out if your college is Einstein's, life-saving restaurant right there. Absolutely phenomenal. I spent most of my meals at the Einstein's Bagels place. And a little bit of Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? But it's like there's not really a lot of great options. And then if you have to go to the dining hall is terrible. The dining hall food was terrible. I know some places have good dining hall food, but ours did not. And, I'm not going to leak where I go to college, but dining hall was not good. Not good. Absolutely terrible. And so it got to the point where I just wasn't going to eat there. So I'd go out and, I didn't have the money to just go buy fancy meals every day. I didn't have a kitchen. I was in a 2-person dorm sharing one bathroom, living in the same bedroom with another person. I don't have any cooking equipment. Like, I couldn't make my own food, so it was just out to go eat. And so I was just having to go get the $5 Biggie Bag or McDonald's value menu, stuff like that every single night. And, oh, man, that will eat you alive. You think you're eating it alive, it will eat you alive. I was at a really low point during that, and it kind of got to the point where I was like, you know what, I can't live like that. I got to figure something out. So I just spent the rest of the year just trying to buy from a restaurant. I just spent my money. I decided that my money was more important, or my health was more important than my money. So I went and did that for the last half of the year and tried to kind of better manage my meals, and it helped. It's a lot better being home now, and I got proper arrangements next year. Not exactly what I wanted. We're actually still working on that. You know what? That could be a story that I tell during this Yap session. That is a perfect segue to where I'm at right now. So, at the college I'm going to, the housing department isn't great. It's not great. Now, I'm not sure how this goes elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? But I know specifically in my instance, I tried to. Oh, how do I even start this, man? Okay, so basically, me and 3 friends had essentially figured out that we wanted to room together. We had pretty much planned it since the end of the first semester, and we're like, yeah, we're going to room together next year. We're going to get one of those dorm suites with 4 people in it, and then each person gets their own bedroom. We all share a bathroom. We all share a kitchen, and it's going to be on campus. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a blast. Well, that was fine and dandy until they all decided to transfer, which was not great. A lot of the reason they transferred because of the food and the dorms and stuff. So it was the same things I was complaining about, but they rightfully transferred, which sucked. And then I was like, well, man, I don't have any people to room with. And this was pretty last minute, so it was after the housing arrangements had already opened up to the public to where you could register and all that. So I was kind of in a rough spot where everybody had pretty much already roomed with each other. Luckily, 2 friends I go to the gym with, they had a 2-person room, and so I was like, hey, I found this 4-person room. This is the last one that was open. I couldn't even get in a 4-person by myself. There wasn't any spots open on those 4-people rooms. There wasn't even any 2-person rooms available that I wanted. So housing shortage, terrible situation. I was like, man, I'm screwed over. And I saw that there was a completely empty 4-person room. One day I was checking, it was like a week later. I guess some group had dipped and decided to go elsewhere, or transferred, something like that. But there was a room open, and I texted them. I was like, hey, you guys still down? They're like, yeah. So I put my name on there. They go to put their names on. Literally in that time between that, 2 random guys put their names on it, and they were brothers. So I was like, shoot, my only chance to live with people I know is to text these guys. I'm gonna be like, hey, so I see right here that you guys just randomly filled your name out on here, which is fine, right? There's nothing saying that they couldn't do that. But I was like, I will give you an option, being very nice about it. I was like, hey, I saw you did that, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I actually have 2 friends that I was planning to room with. You have no obligation to move, but they are currently in a really nice 2-person suite. I just want to be able to room with my friends, so you and your brother could room in that 2-person room since you're brothers or whatever, and then I could room with them, my friends, so it's not random. Well, they declined that and kind of gave me like a snarky remark back. I was very, very, very polite about it. I usually am with my emails because that's what works the best when you're texting, emailing someone for a favor like that. It's best to be respectful and nice about it instead of like angry, like, you stole my spot, you stole my room, whatever. You got to be nice about it. That's your only chance of success. And they declined it, and he was like, well, we reserved it. I was like, yeah, I know you reserved it, but you kind of just like yoinked it without asking. So, whatever. That was that. And I'm like, crap. Well, this is bad. So, did this whole big. I'm going to skip this part of the story because it's just a whole another nightmare. But basically, I tried to get off campus through exemption status and stuff like that. Got denied twice through appeals. Denied. Blah blah blah. And I ended up getting kind of an alternative thing because what happened is I really wanted to get off campus because I got an opportunity to live with a friend off campus for super cheap, really great place, comes with power, kitchen, water, it was great. Everything was included, super cheap, great location. I was like, man, this is amazing, and I only have to live with one other person, and this is going to be awesome. And the housing office said, no, you've got to live on campus. So after all that, all the exemptions, blah, 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 they put me in an apartment that the campus owns. It's technically not on campus, but it's owned by the campus. So they were able to put me in there. Well, I still didn't have any roommates. That's where this gets fun. Again, I will skip some of the details here because there's a little personal information on some of these people. But basically, there's somebody that wanted to room with me that I didn't want to room with. Simple as that. We'll put it like that because I knew who they were through a mutual friend, and I was like, this is not going to happen. Whole debate, argument with housing, blah, blah, blah. And eventually I got paired with somebody else, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I found a roommate. I was like, and they put me in a 2-person, which I had requested because they had originally put me in a 4-person. I'm like, I'm not going to live with 4 random people. Well, I guess it's 3 other random people, but we all share like a kitchen and living room. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I mean, I know it's possible to, but I'm like, I really don't want to. And I was like, so if anything, could you please, you guys didn't do anything for me up until this point. You've denied everything. Can you at least put me in a 2-person? They said, no, we don't have any available. Well, finally, I guess I complained enough. They're like, we found a 2-person for you. And I was like, hallelujah. Put me in there. I was settled. I emailed my roommate. I'm like, yo, what's up? This is me. How's it going? Here's my contact information. And then he hits me back. And he says that he's been trying to room with his fiance. And they were trying to get a 2-person apartment together. Well, the housing office put them both in 2-person apartments, but they put them in 2 separate 2-person apartments instead of together. And in that one, they put another guy with the guy. And then in his fiance's room, they put a random dude in her 2-person apartment. A random dude. And so now I'm like stuck in a terrible situation where it's like a morality ethics thing. It's like, well, what am I even supposed to do? Like, I guess I'm gonna talk to the other guy, but apparently, from what my current roommate says, that this guy isn't very responsive. He hasn't responded to anything, so we'll see how that goes, you know. But that's basically my housing situation. That reaches the halfway mark. It was a nice, clean halfway mark to this video, kind of ending off that housing saga. It's not really ended, but it's ended for this video because I'm not sure what happens next. But currently, I am placed somewhere that I'm happy with, so that's a plus. We just don't know what we're gonna do after that. When I tell you these type of videos make you super thirsty. Let's do a time check. Yep, we're 30 minutes into the video. Not bad. It's been a while since I've done this, so I was wondering if I was going to be a little rusty, but I think I'm just naturally a yapper at heart, so it kind of makes it not too difficult. But yeah, we will be back in college in about another month and a few days now. I'm excited to go back, rushing new people for the fraternity. Great to meet some new friends, some new members. It's an exciting process, you know, a lot of fun events to do. You know, excited for the casino night that we host. That's great. That'll be fun. So, super excited for that. It's a fun way to kick off the school year as well. I don't know why I'm yawning. I didn't sleep super well. Storm last night. Plus, I got woken up pretty early. I'm usually not an early riser at all, actually. That was one thing. I did not sleep very well in the dorms. Everybody was so loud. People be up doing stuff at 3 in the morning, moving their beds to the other side of the room. Dogs are barking because for whatever reason at our college, like, service animals are like, what's the word for it? They're encouraged, so they want you to get them, which is so stupid. Because they're like, oh, please get one, please get one. Yeah, it's super simple to do it. You just got to fill out this thing or whatever. So there's dogs just barking all the time. They're going in and out at 2 in the morning because their dog has to go to the bathroom. Or like their cat like exploded a lamp or something. It's like stupid stuff. And I'm like, oh, why do we have to like encourage this? Like, it should be fine that you can have them, but why are we encouraging it? And they put up like bulletin boards and like sign up in workshops for getting a service animal. I'm like, please stop encouraging this. I just want peace and quiet. This is disturbing the peace. It's encouraging disturbing the peace. And I'm like, it's just terrible. And then I'm just not very good at sleeping with another person in the room that I'm not like close with. Like, I can't with like, you know, family or something, or like a friend or something like that. But like, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, not even with friends, really. Not even with like family. Sometimes it really just depends. It really just depends, you know. In the case, you know, I was friends with my roommate, but like I don't know. It was just still like couldn't sleep, you know. And there wasn't really a reason behind that. I just couldn't. I don't know. It's just the way my brain works. I'm a really light sleeper, so. It had nothing to do with really any of that, but still couldn't sleep, so that's a thing. Also, probably the diet didn't help. I think it got better once I fixed the diet, because there's a lot of things that are connected to your diet, your brain, your diet. I've been looking into a lot of that because it really was taking a toll on me, but there wasn't a ton I could do about it. Hopefully, there's more I could do about it this semester. That's the hope. That's the plan here, because if not, it's going to be another rough one, because second semester was a little rough. You know, everybody, it's like Monsters University that first semester, and then you get into that second semester, and it's like, okay, that wasn't as fun. That was actually miserable, which I wouldn't say it was miserable. It wasn't great. There were moments where it definitely was miserable, but I mean, overall, it was a good experience. I liked it. I liked it better than high school. I liked it better than being in my hometown. There's a lot more to do, a lot more people. Made a whole bunch of new friends, pretty much changed my entire life. pretty much just going up there. So it's a whole different life that I live up there, and I honestly enjoy it. So I'll be excited to get back up there. Which, what funny, this is completely off topic, but for whatever reason, it's like whenever I'm talking about a place on the map that's not like where I'm currently at, I always say like up or over, and I'm always wrong. Like I'll say like, oh yeah, I'm going down to blah blah blah, and I'll be like, oh well, actually that's the state above you, and I'm like, I don't care. I just say it. Like I don't like picture. I know where they're at, like geographically, but I like always just say it wrong. So I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going up to blah blah, and it's like actually that's down on the map. That's south. I'm like, I don't care. And I know some people do care because they actually use that to kind of gauge where something is. But personally, I do not care. This is like the first time that I didn't have like a segue like immediately in my mind. I will say something that caught my eye was I'm looking at my monitor here and I see the Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. For any of you Five Nights at Freddy's fans out there, I would say I'm a pretty decent fan myself. I play the games, I watch the game theories. I'm not like super deep into the fandom, but I play the games. I enjoy the story, and I watch the game theory videos. So I'm like a tier 2 fan or whatever. I don't do like the fan arts and the cosplays and the making content on it or whatever. But like I do enjoy the concept of the franchise and the games. The Secret of the Mimic is really good. If you haven't played it, or watched it, and you're some sort of fan or mildly interested in anything horror, anything, story-wise, anything like that, it's worth a watch. It's worth a play. It's a fantastic game, super creative. I think they did what they were trying to do with Security Breach. Security Breach was too big of a project. They kind of overshot it. It was really buggy for a while, and there's just a lot of things that feel empty about it. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad game. It was fun. I had fun playing it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was good, but like I think Secret of the Mimic really is what they tried to do there, and they did it right. It was very, very good. Very good. I also enjoyed having actual endings instead of just comic book pages, which that's a whole other thing. They're rushing, and that's what sucks, right? Is what I learned happened with them is they got a contract with PlayStation where they kind of funded their project, and PlayStation was like, hey, if you guys don't get this finished by Christmas so we can release it on Christmas or whatever, then we're going to cut your funding. So they pretty much just had to get that game out by Christmas, and they really should have delayed it, but they couldn't because then they would have lost all their funding. So they just kind of had to like cut a ton of stuff out and just throw it out unfinished. So really, and you could notice that. So that's really unfortunate. But speaking of things that were good, I know that this is a controversial opinion for any of my Squid Games fans out here, but I thought Season 3 was good. Now, I don't think it was their best season. I actually think in terms of everything, all things considered, it was probably the weakest season, just because I think the episodes 3 and 4 in the middle kind of just... They're not bad by any means. It's just the standard of that show just really isn't met in those episodes. Like, they're fine, especially like Season 3, Episode 3. It was fine. Like, I have kind of complaints about it. I mean, I know the whole boat storyline people complain about. I won't get into any spoilers here because that's not really my realm here. Maybe sneak peek, wink wink, nudge nudge, in another Truck Week video, there might be a Squid Game centered video. Who knows? Maybe. Just saying. So, you never know on that. But... anyways, I thought Season 3 was good. I think the ending was bold. I think that's what they should have done. I know, wasn't what everybody was thinking was going to happen, which I think is good, but I think it actually is what really the writers were trying to convey the entire time. So I think it really was fitting, and I think it's what they should have done, and I think there are better ways to go about it, but I think the actual ending, I think, is what it... I think it's right. I think that's right. So, I think there are better ways to get to it, but I won't go too much deeper into that. But yeah, I know the subplot everybody complains about. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere, whatever. So that's that, try not to spoil it too much. But I do think if you haven't seen Squid Game, that is a must-watch. It's not super long. I think in total there's 23 episodes, maybe 22 across the entire thing. I think there's 22 episodes across the entire series. They're an hour long. That's less than a day's worth of watch time. but it is phenomenal. Acting is great, story is fantastic, concept is incredible, characters great. I mean, it really is a fantastic TV show. I know that it has a ton of hype, but that's one of those things. I was kind of late. I didn't watch it when the first season came out because I'm one of those people that when I see something get super popular like that, I don't flock to it because I'm like, oh, this is garbage. It's like a popular song, right? It's like a big song gets popular and you're like, this is terrible. And for whatever reason, like if you have any sort of taste in anything, the popular stuff really isn't that good because it appeals mostly to people, with no offense, weaker tastes, blander tastes, stuff like that. It's like I'm gonna throw some shade here, but the new Benson Boone song, the Mystical Magical, that is terrible. That is just genuinely awful. It's not even that it's bland; it's just genuinely awful. But for whatever reason, it appeals to a lot of people. A lot of people like it. But anywhere, if you go to any music community, any music center community, they all hate it. It's terrible. They know it's terrible because they listen to music. They know that's their expertise, and it's terrible from an artistic standpoint, from an enjoyment standpoint. But whatever it is like that, I tend to stay away from that. I was like, everybody's going crazy about this. This is a big, crazy, viral thing. It's getting blown out of the water. I'm not going to watch it. Well, when Season 2 came out, I heard that Season 2 was great. And I heard a lot of people talking about it. I'm like, you know what? It was popular. It was big. I heard Season 2 is really good, so I'll watch it. Whatever. I didn't even know there was going to have to be a Season 2, but I'll watch it. And I was proved wrong. It was fantastic. It was phenomenal. Very, 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 very good TV show. I just call it a T show. It is a TV show. Yeah, jeez. Sometimes when I get late into these yapping sessions, I make fatal errors. But we keep trucking, as they say. I'm gonna make merch with that on the T-shirts. For the three legends out there that buy it, shout out y'all. Make a T-shirt. Maybe somewhere down the line. I hope that could be on the radar. Kind of like a Hoopify thing where it's like not charging a whole ton for T-shirts, just wants to get into the fans' hands. I think that's cool. I've got some T-shirt design experience. I mean, I make all my own thumbnails. I edit all my own videos. I do all of that on my own. I'm the T-shirt chairman, head of committee, apparel guy for my fraternity. So I do make the T-shirts. I work on the T-shirts. I do all that. So we were actually making this Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt. Long story short, that did not pan out. It was highly requested, but then it became pretty polarizing between people who wanted it and didn't want it, so we ended up just scrapping it because it was too controversial. But the design's still there. It's still saved on my computer. Maybe for a rainy day, maybe we'll bring it out for a merch thing. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin has nothing to do with me personally, but, who knows? It's there. It's a thing. So, yeah, I've been working on that. I think I'm getting better at my thumbnail design. I really like the ones that I've got so far for Truck Week. I've kind of got more of a concept of what I want to make, and I've gotten a lot better at actually executing that concept when it comes to thumbnails. I'm more visual now, more artistic, because I really, naturally, I'm not a very artistic person when it comes to, arts and stuff. I was decent at music, like singing and piano and stuff like that. I was fine. I wasn't, Tony Soprano or... I don't think Tony Soprano's a singer, actually. I don't know why Tony Soprano came to my mind. I might have to look that up. I don't know really who Tony Soprano is. I think he's from The Sopranos. I think it's the Bob Boss guy, but I'm not. I don't know why I said Tony Soprano. I think I was thinking Frank Sinatra. I don't know why Tony Soprano came out. That was a curveball. Speaking of curveball, been playing golf, but for whatever reason, it's just been so rainy this summer. It's like July, and we're getting couple inches of rain a day, and it makes no sense. I can't even go out and enjoy my hobby. It's ridiculous. I've gotten better, a lot better than I thought I was supposed to get. And I want to work on it. I just can't because it's raining. It's ridiculous. Anyways, thumbnails have gotten better. I've been trying to lock in. I know I touched on the health thing earlier, but I've really been trying to lock in. I've been trying to, really work hard, work on, creating businesses, work on stuff like that, learning, not just going through my classes, but actually in person, real life learning how to do these skills, learning how to create these businesses, create these accounts, manage these things, learning how to run this stuff on my own, on top of just going to school and learning it. There are a lot of things that are left out from school that you just kind of have to learn firsthand through experience and guidance. Luckily, my dad's able to help me with some of that stuff. And, it's a lot better doing it that way. But I forgot where I was going with that. Man, we really fell off. You know, we used to be able to yap for an hour just like seamlessly, which honestly, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the original. Not that I haven't. I mean, I did the whole spiel like 3 times. Now, it was different every time, and it changed, and it got more aggressive as I got angry that it kept scrapping my progress. And there was like no audio in it, but you know, other than that, it's like it was fairly similar, I guess. But like I said, if this one's scratch it, just give it up. No sense in trying keeping it going. It's like a sign, whatever. Which I actually really like this light. I used to have a ring light, but for whatever reason, my $15 ring light from Walmart magically stopped working. I know, shocker, right? It was kind of a bummer, though. I did kind of like it, but it was a really cheap $15 ring light at Walmart. But it broke, so it's like, man, what are you supposed? Come on, man. Also been playing some Clash Royale. I was thinking about whether I want to put that into Truck Week. Now, my Truck Week list hasn't finalized yet because I haven't technically filmed, but this is, I believe, the second video. Should be the second video of the week. I figured I'd start it off really with this and the intro video. But I'm thinking about doing it. I don't know if I want to do it. If you guys want to see that, leave a comment down below. If you want to see some Clash Royale gameplay commentary, something like that. I've been thinking about what I want, but you guys definitely, since I should still be recording throughout the rest of this week. I'll probably do the second half of the videos in a different time just so I can read you guys' comments and thoughts and stuff and adjust. Because I have a list of what I'll do for each day right now, but there are a couple ideas I'm kind of 50-50 on. Just because filling up a week with content with different videos, different styles every day is kind of tough. So I was like, I was really open to suggestions to see. If I have to repeat an idea, I don't think it'd be the end of the world, or like I definitely have to change it a little bit just so I can be like, yeah, it's a different kind of video. But yeah, I'm sure you get the point from that. But that's the plan. So if you guys have anything, please do leave feedback because I do read the comments. I haven't been responding to them in a while, but I should get back to respond to them. Probably won't respond to any comments on older videos. So if you have something you said in another one, I'm gonna put it here. Please leave the comment. Oh, yawning. But yeah, if you have something, go for it. I probably won't respond to the old ones. I see the old ones, but it's like I really feel bad commenting like a month or like 6 months after somebody originally said something. I used to be pretty good at it, but not responding like late. Like I used to be pretty good at responding like within a week, you know, a reasonable amount of time. But I don't want to go back like a month later. Somebody's asking like, "Are you going to post again?" And then after I post 2 videos, be like, "Yep, I'm back." I mean, I'm just not going to do that. So that's not what's going to happen. But I should be responding to the comments here. So leave them. Also, I feel like this is like the perfect time. Oh, actually, no. I was going to say I'm going to hide the code word. Because I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys are new. If you've watched these before, if you watch them all the way through, you always know I hide a secret code word, a secret word in the video, and I announce what it is, but you have to be listening and paying attention to know it. And then you comment it down below, and I'll heart your comment or respond, and you get brownie points. So that's cool. So if you ever wondered what the little inside joke is going on in the comments of these 1-hour yap sessions, it's probably one of those. You should have listened. You should have paid attention. Use your listening ears. That's on you. But anyways, I'll wait a little bit. I like to do it usually in the last like 10 minutes of the video, and I just realized we're not quite there yet. We still got to talk for another 12 and a half minutes. Can you believe that? I don't know if I can rather believe that it's 47 minutes in already or that we still have 12 left, because I'm starting to run out of ideas. But what really happened is I just kind of like blabber, waffle on, yap on until just something will hit me. Something will hit me, and I'll be like, voila, that's a topic can talk about. And that's usually I prided myself in those segues at the beginning, but now I can't seem to get a foothold on a segue. Yeah, there's no like segues that are just kind of like popping up in my head, so I'm just waffling on like nothing, waffling on. Okay, I do actually have to come up with something. I'm looking at my like desktop here, see if I can find something that just completely like sparks like a reminder. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Because this is content. This is free content. I'm gonna go to my YouTube channel on my phone, and I'm gonna see some of these comments and see if there's anything that I can actively talk about. I hope. Man, it has been so long. Oh, they moved it to a community tab. Okay. Yeah, well, there's like 300 something comments on that 1 hour yapping session, the original. Still getting comments. I mean, people are still commenting the code word. I mean, it's been, what? This was posted February of 2024. It has been like a year and a half almost, and I'm still getting comments with the code word on it. So people are still listening to it, which is awesome. Shout out Revy, asking if I'm still there, still alive on my most recent video. He commented that 2 weeks ago. I am still here. And then he commented on a community post and said that I was gone. So shout out Revy for noticing that I was gone. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for looking out. But I'm back. So I hope that this makes you happy, makes your day. Still getting comments on, man, I'm still getting comments on YouTube Shorts from like 4 years ago. That is insane. Lots of positive comments. I mean, still people are watching it all the way or whatever. This is a funny one on my 5 hour yap session, which is just episodes 1 through 5 altogether. So if you want something to listen to, something in the background for 5 hours, or if you just want to watch them all at once, I have the 5 hour yapping session, which is episodes 1 through 5, all put together. Someone said, what if I were to report this video for something? That would mean that YouTube would have to watch all 5 hours from 101 XD. That is funny. That is true. I've seen things like that before, but it's funny. That is a strange comment. Okay. This guy says, please do at least hour-long videos. But he commented that on my hour-long video. It was Yap Session 2. Yeah, get this. Yap Session, the first one has 61,000 views. 1 hour Yap Session. 1 hour Yap Session 2 has 3,000. That is insane. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. People ask for it. Like, people are like begging for it in these comment sections. Like, this is like life-changing. I didn't think it was a life-changing video, but people are like, this is a life-changing video, life-changing type of content. Be like, perfect, finish my assignment. Thank you. This got me through my homework. This got me through my breakup. I can eat and watch YouTube doing this. This is amazing. This is incredible. I'm falling asleep to this. Blah 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 blah. And then it's just that first one. I feel like I was just complaining in that first one, to be honest. And it's not as fun to listen to someone complain, which is why I'm just going to cut that part of the segment off, like right there, because that's my limit. I complained for 2 minutes or whatever. I don't think it was that long, but I'm just going to cut it off right there. Listening to this while playing Valorant and Blox Fruits. Perfect for ADHD. Even like some of the other ones, like this is a trend from November 2nd, 2023. I got a comment a month ago of like a meme that was like popular like 2 years ago almost. Like insane. The YouTube short stuff blows my mind because I genuinely posted those back in 2022. I'm getting comments in 2025. It's been 3 years. That joke about YouTube Shorts being behind is honestly so real. Like, it really is. It really is truthful. I mean, the fact that these people are commenting on that, it blows my mind. I mean, no shame to them, but like, it was a TikTok thing, and unless TikTok's just for you, but I think it's just YouTube Shorts. It's just the time that it takes for the stuff to get around on there. Usually people post stuff on TikTok first, then YouTube Shorts, and it just is kind of like spiraled out of control. Also, don't mind the golfer's tan. You can see the, I don't know, we're the best here. Like, look at that. That's insane. But, this person said, watched all 4 yapping sessions so far. I'll see you on the 5 hour yap session in a couple days. Let's go. Shout out Chris, man. Chris K. Shout out, bro. Let's go. That's huge. Appreciate that. I like when people actually, the people that are, asking for it and they go out and look for it, that's great. Which, if people like the first one, they like the first one. I don't know. It's just something about it. I guess it's because it doesn't have a number in it, which is why I'm like, when I'm going to title this one, I don't know what I'm going to title it. Because I think putting episode 2 in there implies that you needed to watch the first episode first, which is kind of where I'm stuck, because it's like, if you put that in there, but then how do you distinguish it from the original? But I think it's been long enough. I could probably name it the same thing or something different. People are going to be like, didn't you already make this video? And that's what I'm afraid of. Is people be like, didn't you already make this video? And I'm like, I did, but I don't want to name it episode 6, or I don't want to name it season 2, episode 1, because that implies that there's stuff you have to watch first in order to watch this, and most people aren't going to do that. None of these are connected. You could watch these in any order you want. You would just put them on repeat, replay, shuffle, whatever. It doesn't even matter. These are all completely uncorrelated, other than the fact that I'm sitting here in my chair, looking at my camera, and just talking for an hour, yapping about life, useless things, waffling, stories, philosophical stuff. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to talk about? I don't even know what I'm going to. I don't have a script. I don't have like keynotes. Like I don't have anything. I just talk, which is mentally exhausting. I would probably sit in my bed and play Clash Royale for the next hour because as I said before, I don't like the pay to win they've gotten to. For any of my Clash Royale fans out here, I'm trying to hit a couple different communities here. I don't appreciate the pay to win aspect of going. And here's my problem with it. Right, I won't talk about this too much just because I know some of you guys aren't into Clash Royale. But then again, a lot of people are just here for the yapping. But I'll make it quick anyways. But I just don't like the season shop being removed. I know everybody hates that. If you go to any community post, any post on any social media of Clash Royale, every comment, bring back season shop, bring back season shop, bring back season shop. This would be better if it had season shop. Every single comment is about the season shop. What the season shop was is it was a shop that you could use currencies that you got from winning games and challenges, and you could buy stuff. That was really helpful to progressing your account. Well, the problem is they removed that and redistributed the rewards, but the redistribution is terrible. They said they redistributed to challenges, and I think the rewards for the Skelly Barrel Evo Draft Challenge is like 2,500 coins. I'm like, and you do these like once a week. Like, this is not even close. And then the pass, it used to be 3 Evo shards in the free pass. Now it's 2 Evo shards in the free pass. So that means you get an evolution, a necessary component to the game. You get to choose one evolution every 3 months. So that means you have to play for 6 months just to get the minimum, like 2 Evos. So that means you can play 2 Evos out of your max 2 Evos. So to be able to play the same amount of Evos that a max player has, you have to play for 6 months minimum. And then you don't get to swap them out. You don't get to choose different decks. You have to stick with those 2, and you have to either put them in every deck you have or just not change your deck. So you're stuck with that. 6 months to get 2. Absolutely insane. And the redistribution of the rewards is just bull malarkey. I mean, it's terrible. And then sometimes they say the events or whatever makes up for it too. But the problem is they really don't, because they don't give you a choice of rewards. The thing is with season shops is you could choose your rewards. Now they're like, oh, we'll give you 3, let's think, Dark Goblin Evo shards, 3 Lumberjack Evo shards. Not enough to get the evolution. You still have to play for another 2 months. But we'll give you half of it. And you can't like choose it, put it anywhere else. You have to take those. And so it's not, it's just all like that was all just a PR thing for them, but it actually didn't work. It was supposed to, I guess, mislead everybody, but everybody caught on to it like immediately and was like, no, that's a terrible thing. We want freedom in our rewards. We want to choose what rewards we get. And Supercell's like, no, you get the ones we want you to get. Yeah, you take these. Yeah, and you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. So I don't like it. I think it's bad. Progression is almost impossible. I still, after playing for multiple, I've been playing for 5 years. I took a break for about 2 years in the middle because literally when they added level 15, I quit the game. I kid you not, I finally got a maxed out level 14 deck. I maxed out a secondary deck at level 14, and then I had a couple cards I could swap out. So I had about 20 cards maybe that were level 15. And what they go and do is add level 15. And they make it. Get this. This is what ticks me off. They make it to where you have to have 50,000 of these elite wild cards that you could only get whenever you get cards for a card you already have at level 14. So the problem is I had 20 out of, 80-something cards level 14. So I would only be able to collect elite wild cards on 20 of those cards, so it was a 1 in 4 chance, and the conversion rates were terrible. It was so bad. It's 50,000, and you get like 300 every chest or something, so it's like you have to open so much. Anyways, it takes pretty much 2 months to get one level 15 card, maybe 1 month if you're really, really lucky, if you get like a lucky drop with something in it. So it's terrible progression. I have 2 level 15 cards and 2 Evos I've been playing for the last like 5 months, and I've been playing for 5 years total. So it's absolutely terrible. I refuse to spend money. They used to have the Battle Pass or whatever for $5. It was great value. I used to buy it. Well, they bumped it up to $12 and then made it worse than the $5, so I don't even buy that anymore. That's how you ruin your game. That's how you ruin your game. Brawl Stars is a good example of something they did right, so that's good. Clash of Clans, stay solid. Clash Royale, bad job. They need a rework. They need a revamp. It's not good. They got a lot of problems with their monetization. It's just gotten too expensive, not worth it. But I feel like here's a good time to put in a secret word. We'll do. I'm trying to decide if I want to do 2 or 1. We'll do Sneaky Golem. Sneaky Golem. So sneaky and golem. That's the secret word, secret phrase. We didn't want to put it in the last minute of the video because someone could just skip to the end if they really wanted to cheat. Which if you're cheating for brownie points, it's just not fun. It's a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? Sneaky golem. That's the secret word. So put that in the comments if you made it this far in the video. If you're still listening, if you're paying attention. Hopefully I said it enough times you caught it. But yeah, we are coming to the end of the video. This is the last minute of the 1 hour yapping session. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you are here, if you are listening to this, you are an absolute legend. You are the reason why I'm still here. You're the reason why I'm still making these videos. So I hope that this video helped you with whatever you were seeking for it to help you with. I hope that this is what you guys were wanting because I know you've been asking for it. So here it is. Here it is again, starting fresh. So I hope all of you enjoy it. I hope that this reaches the audience it was meant to reach. And I hope that this will help you in whatever it is you're looking for. And I hope it was enjoyable in whatever sense of the word. So thank you all so much for watching. Trek Week will continue. This should be the day 2 video, so there will be 5 more videos posted every single day throughout the rest of the week. So make sure you are subscribed with notifications on for those so you don't miss it because they will be bangers. Leave comments down below with suggestions. I will be responding to them, reading them. So yeah, without anything else to say, that's 1 hour yapping session over.